Hello, my name's Kevin. You're watching Lieutenant Prepper. I want to start today by saying happy birthday, Marine Corps. 249 years, still going strong. Baddest of the bad. All my brothers, Semper Fidelis. Now, I want to thank what you might call the biggest sponsor of my channel, even though there's nothing monetarily given. It's just support with advice and saying, hey, don't do this, do that, things like that. And that would be JJ Johnson at the Reality Survival Channel. If you don't know who he is, check him out. The man is a wealth of information, and it's all based in common sense. His thoughts are all grounded. It's not off the rails. No knee-jerk reactions to anything, at least nothing that I've ever seen. So a lot of us do that, myself included. I've never seen that with JJ. So check him out. I think you really like his channel. Now, on to the purpose of this video. You may have watched or seen what Sky News calls Lefties losing it. And I was watching them. I've been watching them now for quite some time. People becoming unhinged because their political candidate did not win. I laughed at first, and then I got to thinking a little bit more critically about it, going, this is really sad. You may have seen it, you may not. There's a woman who gets in her car, and she just throwing a fit, screaming and yelling, no, 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 why? And if that is the purpose of your life, that your entire existence is gone only because the political candidate you wanted to win didn't, you need to seek some psychiatric help. I saw another video of a woman throwing a temper tantrum like a 3-year-old just pissed his pants on the playground, running around their apartment or house, ran into a door frame, fell on the ground, still screaming. It's like, what is the matter with you? Your life is still going to go on. I want you, if you can find one, give me one right or freedom that you've lost during the first presidency of Donald Trump. You say, well, I can't get an abortion. Tell me where. Where can you not get an abortion? I'm not a pro-choice person, but still, it is still legal. When the Democrat Party had the ability to put it into U.S. law, not just a court precedent, but U.S. law, when they had a supermajority during the Obama administration, why did they not pass the law? There was nothing that could have been done to stop it. Why? Makes you wonder, makes you question. So when you see so many people saying, I've lost all these freedoms, give me an example. I can't think of any rights that I have lost, at least not under the Constitution of the United States. All that did was kick it back to the states where it should be. Nothing that's in the anything that's not in the Constitution is kicked back to the rights of the states to govern themselves, basically. Say, you can do this in this state, you can do this in this state, but you can't do this or the other. That's it. You've lost nothing. One man cannot unilaterally change things like that because it will go before the courts. It most certainly will be challenged. So, getting back to the lefties losing it, these are the people that, if they're not on meds, they may need to be, or at the very least, they need to talk to somebody. Because your life does not hinge on an election. You need to, what I call tab-rack reassess. Take a pause for the cause. That's also been another way I've looked at it. These people are the ones out there working on the front lines. They may be maybe a school teacher, which a lot of them are, maybe in your local coffee house. I myself like to go to a coffee house occasionally. I don't spend a lot of money there because it's almost a waste. If you do it every single day, to me at least, it's a waste. That's just my opinion. I don't do it. I've got other things that I'd rather spend my money on. So one election does not win or make or break you. It just does not. It does not change your person. It's really kind of struggling to find the words to put into this. Laughing at them, yeah, you can laugh at them, but that's your next school shooter. That's the next person who's going to try and assassinate a political candidate or a public official. They're just so unhinged. You don't know when somebody like this is going to snap. I mean, if you can throw a tantrum and run into a door frame, what can you do out in public? These are the people you see in, I just use McDonald's as an example, that they're throwing a fit because they can't get their chicken nuggets for the price they want or not as quickly as they want. So they call their boyfriend in to beat up the person behind the counter. I mean, these are things that go on. Unfortunately, they go on a lot more than what should be. Um, in a climate of get it your way right away and or right now, and people who don't have to earn or work for what they get. They want to come out of college with a degree in puppetry and get a multi-million-dollar job in a corner office and only work 2 days a week for 6 hours. It really is sad. I just can't laugh at it anymore because we have devolved, and I didn't say evolved, I said devolved into this. No reason for any of it. If you want to make a change, run for your local offices, run for your state offices, run on a federal level. If you want to make that kind of change, you have to get into it and you have to give good reasons for why you want what you want. Because nobody's going to get on board with it if you don't. People can look at it and say, no. I saw a t-shirt once. It said, I can't think how it's worded. Basically, it's saying, you have your rights, I have my rights, but I'm not going to give up my rights because you are scared for one reason or another. I think this one was talking about guns. So there has to be a happy medium, and there is a happy medium. You live your life how you want. If the state in which you live is not liberal enough for you, there are plenty of states out there that will be more than happy to take you. I mean, you see all of these people out here, all these celebrities. Donald Trump wins, I'm leaving the country. Really? Why? Why? You're a freaking multimillionaire. Why? This country has given you that ability. Why? Why do you want to go to a country where you say, well, there's no trans rights or there's no gay rights, but the countries that you hold up in such high regard would actually kill you just for your belief? Uh, Ronald Reagan told a joke once about me as a U.S. citizen. I could go to the president and I could say, pound my fist on his desk, something like that. Don't. I'm not doing this verbatim. Say and complain about I don't like what you're doing. Blah 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 blah. He was talking to somebody from uh, the Soviet Union. They said, well, I can do the same thing. I can walk into the Kremlin and talk to the premier and pound my fist on his desk. Say, I don't like the way Ronald Reagan's running his office. You see what I'm getting at? Before you go on these tangents and rants and act like a damn fool, because that's exactly what you're doing. You're acting like a damn fool. Stop and think. Is it really worth it? I think so many of these people that are making these types of videos are doing it only because they're influencers and they want to get clicks, likes, and views. They're making fools of themselves to make some money. And we're not talking about comedians. We're not talking about, oh, what do you call it? Not Dana Carvey. What's his name? Steve Martin. He's a good one. Or oh, what's that guy's name that plays with him all the time? Martin Short. We're not talking about them uh, that do it, and that's not who they are. They're doing this for a living to make people laugh. These people are just way out there. So before you sit back and laugh at what these people are doing and how silly they are, they really do need some help. And sadly, these can't be the next leaders. Think about it. This could be the next person that's in your political office. Well, I'll give you a good example here. Back some time ago, several years ago, here in Nashville, they started the Police Oversight Board, which really handcuffed the police officers to be able to do their job. And there was an incident at a restaurant, and one of the people that were on the police oversight board was there, and they were interfering with that investigation. If I'm not mistaken, they actually got arrested for interfering. Sorry, I've had my doors open. Some flies came in. They were arrested because they were inserting themselves in a position or a situation that they had no business doing. They won't stand back and watch. After the fact, if they wanted to ask questions, that's great, but you're getting involved and you're keeping the officer from doing their job. And that's a huge problem. These people are already in power. These people are already there. So, anyhow, it's a long video. Hope you guys got something out of this. Remember, think critically. You have that right. You have that ability if you will just do it. Use this before you use those. Use this. Have a good one, guys.